Hey guys, Terry with Computer Pro. Gonna make another espresso, just another update. This is mainly a review. I got a couple new things. Some of them are hidden in the group head, but and then I got the Asso The Jack Leveler, it's called. This guy right here, which is really cool. There's one con, but I'll explain that, and that's easily remedied. And so the other thing I got was a replacement for, in the group head underneath here, there's two parts. There's a gasket, and then there's the screen, okay? On the stock one, this is the stock one from the Profitec. It's a Profitec Pro 600. You know, you can feel the screen. Pretty much looks, get it close to the camera like this. And the inside looks like that, okay? And then the rubber gasket goes over this. That gets shoved up inside the group head. And then the portafilter, it would be like this. And the portafilter makes it seal against that gasket like that. That's what's happening inside the group head here. And I replaced it with a yellow silicone ring instead of a rubber ring. It's supposed to be like a high performance deal. And then the screen is I'll post links to it. We got them from our favorite buddies over at Whole Latte Love. Awesome place. Always got to give them a shout out. But I'll post links to the stuff that I got. But it's, I don't remember if it's an ECM or something. I'll post a link to it. But it's a Nanotech. And there was a review that they did in a video on it, and I don't know if it has a coating on it, but it feels different. This is a screen. It feels like a screen. The Nanotech one feels like a very fine mesh screen. Like, I can't really get the camera there, but it doesn't feel the same. I can feel the drag on this, like it's a screen, and this feels super slippery, almost like glass. It's kind of warm because it's on right now, but at any rate, and it's supposed to give a better shower dispersion. This is kind of crazy. Like, some of it's gimmicky. You would think, yeah, does that really work? But here's the thing. When you use the stock one and, you know, it's clean, it comes out like a shower, you pull a shot, and then I always go to rinse it off afterwards. Like, I run a little bit of water, grab a paper towel, grab a couple now for this. And, you know, then I wipe it off, and it's gunky, full of coffee and so forth. And then after a couple rinses, it's like a shower again. But when you first pull a shot and you run it to rinse it, you can see instead of a shower, the water kind of drips in the center and so forth. On the Nanotech one, it's almost like coffee doesn't stick to it as much. It's like I don't think it's Teflon coated, but it's that type of thing where it's very slippery. And even after you pull a shot, when you go to rinse it, it still comes out like a shower. It's really cool. And then you go to wipe it off, and there's just not as much there. So it's pretty neat. It's supposed to disperse water and shower better, which is, you know, supposedly makes a better cup of coffee with the even distribution of the water. And it appears that it does it. And the second thing is the Asso The Jack Leveler, which a lot of people talk about. I've been leveling and tamping all in one. Now, here's the thing. I have a cheap knockoff. I call it a cheap knockoff. It's probably a brand name, but it's not one of the quote big names, right? This one might have been around, because this is over $100. It's in this one might have been like in the 20s or something. This is actually heavier than the Asso The Jack by a little bit. Differences are, which a lot of them, there's like a triple, like a 3-blade design. Also, the Jack Leveler has 4. A little bit slipperier, shinier surface too. It does a better job. This is a little bit bigger diameter. Both of them are for 58 millimeter. I believe that's the size portafilter, standard size. And how they work on here, this one fits. It has a little bit more play in it. Okay, I mean, it works fine. This one, for whatever reason, fits a little tighter. There's still a little play, but it's tighter, and it spins a lot smoother. Okay, and it does a lot better job, which is really, really wild. And it's a little bit bigger, I can tell, because I single dose with my grinder, and I keep the distribution tool to keep the grounds from popcorning up, so I keep it there. So now with this one, I was gonna do the same thing. This doesn't, see how it doesn't quite fit the same? It's a little bit bigger, okay? Which I think is why it does a better job in the tamper, or in the portafilter, okay? So now this is just became my top for my grinder, because I'll only single dose. It's so much better than the big hopper full of beans. And this one is what I use to distribute and tamp the coffee. I have a nice calibrated tamper. I don't even use it anymore. It works perfect with this, and it's so much quicker. The one downside, you see how this is on the cheap knockoff, it's got a knurled edge. This thing is, I wanted black just to go with everything. I'm sure it wouldn't be like that because they come wood and different finishes like that. It's very slippery. It's super shiny and slick, right? So I'd be afraid of dropping it. It doesn't feel grippy at all. I mean, you can hold it, but if your fingers were wet or anything, it's very slippery. And how I remedied that, I was looking in our junk drawers, and I had these are silicone wrist bracelets, I don't know why I had these, to be honest with you. Maybe one of my kids got them or something, but silicone wrist bracelets, I found them in a drawer. And so I thought, hey, and it just so happens that it fits nice and snug around it. And it's black too, so it fits. And with this on it, this thing is super grippy and it feels great. So kind of doctored it up, just threw one of these wrist bracelets on it, and no more slip. And it feels good. It just feels like it should be there. So it's kind of a weird little hack, but it works really, really good. So I'm gonna hurry up and pull a shot now and show you the distribution tool and so forth. So like always, let me tear my shot. These nice air-escape containers are really nice. One shot glass, I do 18.5 in. One shot glass sheared off with a finger is gonna be pretty close. 18, look at that right there, 18.6, close enough. So each bean is roughly a tenth. Like if I took a bean out, it would probably be 18.5. All right, so put it in the hopper, put my old distribution tool, which is now my top. And all right, Asso with the silicone grip. It's got it so smooth. It feels really, really, really smooth. So I'm just gonna spin this a couple times, take it out. And I don't know if you can see that. I'm just trying to turn the lights on in here. It's a little dark, but it's a perfect, try to get it close to the camera here. Even the edges, boy, I wish I could get a better view for you. All the way around, like the very edge of it, along the edge. Sometimes with this distribution tool, it does a good job, similar to this, but this is just like perfect all the way around. Absolutely perfect. Wow, it's like perfect. Like the edges are sealed, everything, it fits like a glove. It's the best. Now, I've used other ones aside from this one, and that Jack Leveler does the best job by far, okay? And it's super easy, real quick, to adjust. I have it set perfect, so I don't want to change it, but you basically just hold this, and you use, because when you turn it in the portafilter, the coffee there's not that much drag, so the force, it's not enough to make it click, so it just works as you set it. But when you physically hold this part, you can turn it either forward or backwards with a little bit of pressure, and there's like micrometer clicks. So like it'll click, click, click. In one way it's going up and making this bigger, and the other way it's going small. And there's a little gauge on the side too. But once you have it set, like I use 18.5, so once this is set, it's basically done. But if I needed to change it, There's no tools needed. It's super easy. I just click it a couple clicks. It's really, really nice, really nice. All right, let's pull a quick shot. Ooh, I almost burned myself. All right. Tear my glass. Also using a lunar, I believe. I always forget. Yeah, and it's not a pro. It's a lunar scale. Really, really, really nice. And pre-infused for a little bit. It's for about 5 seconds or so. And then I'll show you that screen, how that works really, really well. Ideally, I want 40. I want to stop it at 45. It might dribble out to 50, which is fine. It gives me about a 1 to 2.5 ratio. And ideally, I want it to happen between 20 and 30 seconds, so which is pretty much going to happen. We're going to be about right in the middle. Stop it, let it drip. It dripped to about 50. We're right at 25 seconds, so our timing is spot on with this one. All right. It does fit with the yellow gasket, the little performance gasket as they call it. It does fit a little bit tight, which it'll wear in over time. So what I mean by that is the other one went all the way over, and this one it's tighter, so it almost doesn't even get past the halfway point. Creates a great seal though, and the silicone yellow is supposed to be a, I'm gonna add a little hot water to this. And then I'm going to add, I freeze these coconut milk balls, or coconut milk cream, works perfect. So I add 2 of these guys. And then what that does is that cools it down just a tiny bit. Now, I'm gonna cut and paste a little bit here from an older video that uses the old shower screen, so you can see the difference, how the new one runs out like a shower, and with the Nanotech, and the old one kind of gets gummed up. And I mean, you can flush it and clean it, but you can definitely see the difference from this older video. If I run it while it's dirty, see how it comes out like 2 streams? So I'll run that to kind of rinse it, wipe the screen off really quick. All that does is kind of prepare me for it there. Now it should come out like a shower, like that. Okay, so while that's melting, check out this. I haven't touched this yet. I don't know if you can get down there and see it. You know, it's a dirty screen. I just pulled a shot, and normally this would stream out, and this is after I haven't even wiped it off yet, and look at this. It still comes out like a shower, a perfect shower. It's crazy. So yeah, there's something with that, and it feels, I mean, that's it. Like there's barely anything on it, you know? It's a perfect shower. So that Nanotech screen, whatever it is, that's no joke. I saw it, you know, kind of, I think Whole Latte Love did a video on it. In one of their videos, they had that as a kind of like a performance screen. And you know what? It does seem to work better, and it cleans easier. So I definitely recommend getting one. You just order it for the right model of machine, and it just pops right in. So perfect. And this is just about melted. Some people are going to say this is blasphemy, but I don't have time to do homemade whipped cream, so you know what? I have a furniture company coming, getting a table today, so I gotta hurry. They're gonna be here pretty soon. I usually chop this guy up, mix it in. And I absolutely guarantee this is gonna be good. Very good. So, that is a quick review of the new Asso The Jack Leveling Tool. Once again, the only negative, aside from the price, but you get what you pay for. So of course I wish it was cheaper, but it is worth it. The only negative is without this bracelet, I had this pack of bracelets that I put on it. It's a little slippery. Not sure how the wood ones are. I just got plain shiny black, but it's very slippery. And the design of it, your fingers tend to feel like, you know, I mean, you can hold it, but but with this little rubber bracelet, it feels so good. Gives you the grip it just feels like it belongs there. So that's it. The Nanotech shower screen, the new yellow silicone gasket, and the Asso The Jack Leveler tool, which is amazing and does an awesome job. It does both in one step, saves me from tamping. All I do is use this. I distribute, and I have it set deep enough where it gives it enough of a compressed tamp, so it saves a step nice and quick. And it's perfect every time, pretty much. So that's it.